Hello guys, what's good? I haven't vlogged in a minute. It's been so long since I've done one of my little property developer life vlogs because not much has been happening, to be honest. So yeah, it's been a really slow start to the year and we haven't been going on viewings or anything like that, but we've got our first viewing of the year today. It is a big commercial project and yeah, I'm hoping it goes well. Fingers crossed. Let's bring some positive energy to the viewing. Okay, so we've just been on the viewing. That property is probably the biggest property we've ever viewed. What did you think of it?
Definitely the biggest property. It was actually quite overwhelming. It's almost like made me think, I'm not even sure how to view that sort of property, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much to take in, and spatially it's difficult to get your head around it because it's not like a perfect rectangle or anything.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So I've definitely learnt something about, kind of viewing bigger. Well, I'm not sure what I've learnt yet, to be honest. But yeah, it was a lot to take in.
Yeah. I'm keen though.
Well, of course you would be keen. It's good that they've already had a structural survey done.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cracks in there. There's a lot of cracks. There's leak damage and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's good that they've had the work already to kind of almost give us an indication of what needs doing.
Yeah, so we've got an idea. So he's going to send over everything that he's got, like the structural report, any little floor plans or anything like that. He was such a nice guy as well.
Yeah, he was really lovely.
Yeah. It's
always nice when the vendor's really nice because you know that as a transaction it's not going to be too difficult and contentious. It does make a big difference. It kind of gives you a bit of a warm feeling about it.
Yeah, definitely. Whereas some of the other viewings we went on last year, yeah, they were horrible.
Yeah.
So no, but this one I am very keen. It definitely has a lot of potential, so yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. And from a planning perspective as well, which I think we'd already kind of sussed out really, is that it's almost everything else around it in very close proximity is residential, so it kind of makes us think that there's not going to be an issue with the planning.
Yeah, this is one of those new build areas where there's just new builds everywhere and they're going to do a few more new builds around, so we're in one of those places. I guess it probably used to be a sort of industrial area kind of thing, and they probably ended up knocking it down and then putting the new builds up. Yeah. So this is probably the last little industrial thing that there is left.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Definitely. So the question that's going through my mind now is just the cost to bring it up to scratch, because obviously that's what affects the figures and the offer. And they've had a couple of low offers already that they've turned down, but we need to figure out the cost of the work, and then obviously that means then that we can work out an offer.
Yeah.
So next steps. What's next steps?
So we're gonna wait for the structural report, send that to our builder, and then he'll give an estimate, I guess.
Yeah. And then are we going to get somebody to come out and have a look? Do you think we need to do that?
Yeah, definitely. So our unofficial mentor, hopefully he can come.
You know who you are. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he can come and have a look. It is a bit of a way out though. But yeah.
Yeah.
But because he's done bigger projects than us, he will be able to advise us properly.
Yeah.
He just knows, so
this is big. I think this is 4 times, if the square meterage is correct, I think this is I'm really rubbish with these numbers now. Is this about 3 or 4 times the size of our last one? Is it that big?
Is the cafe?
No,
the old
office.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to make sense of it.
Yeah.
But either way, we're very, very keen.
We're keen.
This project.
We are keen.
Yeah, but he was saying in the roof, there's pigeons living in there. It was wow, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel I want one that's a lot of work. I know that we've said before about like...
Remember she said this.
I don't know, I just think the last one that we did, the cafe, there wasn't enough work.
There's definitely more satisfaction. The bigger the transformation, the more satisfaction there is almost, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, there's something about that, especially when you can put your own stamp on it completely. But that said, when it's big, particularly when there's a lot of risk in it, you know, you do then have risks around the cost, and it's how you minimise that with the sort of contract you have in place with the builder, I feel.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's got me thinking, definitely.
Yeah, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just saying actually about how with our second refurb project, the old office, like it was one of those where like there was so much work that needed doing, and we kind of didn't realise the extent of it until we went back to brick. And I feel like it would be the same vibe with this one, where it's like, yeah, it looks bad on the outside, but when you get back to brick, it's like, wow, it's even worse than you thought.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of commercial buildings, I feel, in particular, that often they don't get anywhere near the sort of investment and upkeep that you would if it was like your own house at the end of the day. So, you know, for whatever reason, people are happy to work in or, you know, make their staff work in some quite interesting conditions, as in, you know, kind of ceilings falling in and,
yeah,
you know, so yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get really when you strip it back. I think this is going to be a bit of a house of horrors.
Yeah, and the pigeons as well.
Pigeons in the roof. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm looking at the roof and I can see pigeons on it now, and I'm like, do they live inside sometimes or what?
Yeah. Those are the real vendors. Those are the real inhabitants.
But no, I am glad that the vendor was nice. Like, it made a nice change, good energy, good vibes. But yeah, I kind of think I'm at the point now where it's like, if it's not this one, it'll just be something better. So we've just got to keep that energy up while we're looking, because it can be a little bit disheartening, like going out on viewings and it's like, oh, this one don't work, this one don't work. So
I would have liked something that perhaps didn't need as much work but was still of a similar size, just because of, for example, then the time scale that it takes, you know. So the longer it takes, that's kind of time is money almost. But I still think it's a brilliant opportunity, and it's in a brilliant location. I think
definitely. Wow.
Well.
We'll just see what happens, I guess. Hello guys, so it's a new day today. I was actually meant to tell you guys this yesterday, but if you've been following my little property developer live vlogs, you'll know that in the last one that I did, like just before Christmas, me and Mum went to view an office that we were really keen on. We really liked the look of it. We did actually end up putting an offer in for that office, but unfortunately they went with someone else, which, I mean, obviously it's completely fine. But yeah, that's why we're back out on viewings and things like that. But the vendor that we saw yesterday, he's sent over the structural report and the little like floor plans that they have. I mean, they're not like amazing or anything, but yeah, it's obviously like really helpful. But yeah, I've been reading through the structural report this morning, and it kind of just has like a lot of pictures of the main defects and the main concerns that the structural engineers picked up. So it's got like pictures of different cracks in the property. It's got pictures of where like there's like leaves and trees like growing through the property kind of thing. So yeah, if I'm honest, I don't know where things are going to go with that one. Like, I don't know. I don't feel too hopeful about it, but yeah. But anyway, today on to some more like cheerier news. I'm going to visit our latest renovation project, which is the bungalow. So this is like the old cafe part 2. So the work started like 4 days ago, and today I'm just going to see what they've done in the 4 days, meet with the builder, have a chat. I am going to bring him on my channel, so he might appear in this vlog a little bit, but I'm going to basically do like a before and after bungalow renovation video, so he'll appear on there and go through like different things and just explain what's happening. So yeah. Okay guys, so I've arrived at our little renovation site, and our builder is going to show you guys some like software that he's been using to design the whole layout of the bungalow and everything like that. So that's going to be super interesting, so I'm going to get him on in a sec. Okay guys, so this is Wahid from Rubik Builders, who are working on our bungalow site. So he's going to show us some cool software right now.
It's iPad. Not just bragging, but it's actually really good. What it's got is it's got a built-in LiDAR sensor.
Okay.
So LiDAR does, it's basically augmented AR measurements. So we did some measurements of your property initially. There we go. So that is a point-to-point measurement that we did using the iPad directly. So no measuring tools, no nothing. It's just using a LiDAR sensor which scans the room and does an outline of the layout as it is existing.
Yeah.
What we then do is we then start adding furniture, adding our partition walls and adding doors in. So what this does is it's great when we're doing a remodeling project. So we haven't got architectural drawings and the client has an idea of what they want, and this enables us to help visualize that. So we can then kind of go into this. It's really cool. Okay, not so cool, but essentially it does a 3D walk around of the whole property. So when you have a visualization of what you want, you might change your mind. So for example, how the layout was, your mom had a different idea of how the layout was, but once the walls are in, once you've got the measurements exactly, you can see exactly how it's going to function and work. So that's basically some of the smart technology that we've been using.
Cool.
And what happens with this plan is we upload it to another app that we've got, which is called Builder Trend. It's an American company.
Okay.
And what Builder Trend allows us to do is any files or documents and pictures that we've got, we can upload to Builder Trend. It also allows us to get a Gantt chart project schedule, which we then share with Miller Property. So Miller Property at all stages have got an open communication channel, so they can see exactly what we're doing, what we've done daily, any pictures that we've uploaded. Now, if they've got any questions or any issues or any queries, they can use Builder Trend to relay those questions back to us, and then we use it to really, and all the trades see that. So if there's a specific trade query, like electrical for argument's sake, and they put that on there, the electrician can deal with that instantaneously. So it's almost like real-time communication, especially with the project. So when we're doing remodeling projects like that, it is quite quirky. There always comes up, for example, that pillar there, it's wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. So these little things that come up, and here we've used the steel stud partitioning as well. So when we were measuring out the partitioning, it was like, okay, how are we going to get it on that pillar so it looks straight? So although at the moment we haven't got straight walls, but when we get the finished product, we want it looking like you have got straight walls and everything is as it's supposed to be. That's why we rip the floor out, and that's why we're changing the design now. Lastminute.com. It's really good. Okay, so we spoke about the plans with Magic Plan that we did, the outline 2D plans. And what's really cool about it is it gives us 3D visualization as well. So we can look at different sections of the room, make sure everything that we wanted in there is covered, make sure everything works, but we can zoom into different areas. That's like where the living room is, where the radiators are going, where the bathrooms are going. Zoom back out, a bit more over top. So it's almost like, because what we're aiming to do is to kind of create a BIM kind of solution for residential. So BIM is really popular in commercial spaces, so it's building information management. So everything is, when the plans change, all the guys on site get them, all the core little details, which ordinarily, like your one-man show builder, they're not able to do. They're not able to communicate effectively, or there's changes and they're not able to articulate that to the guys on the ground. This enables instantaneously changes here, it gets fired across straight away to the guys on the ground, and they can see all the updated plans. So it just gives that real-time building information management.
Definitely. It really brings it to life, doesn't it?
100%. And I think that's key for the client, and I think with Miller Properties as well. I think in the last 48 hours we've done about 5 different changes. So no, we don't want the radiators on this wall, we want the radiators that wall, we want the bed here, we want it facing that way. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to actually visualize, okay, you know what, if we put the bed in that location, do we have room to move around? Because that's actually accurate measurement. That's an accurate double bed, UK standard double bed. That's an accurate, 4-door wardrobe in there. So you can actually see what kind of furniture and fixtures you want on there. So you're ahead of the game. When you go back to Miller Properties now, because they've got these measurements, they already know what the size of the room is and what they can get in those rooms. So they can, find the best deals rather than lastminute.com thinking, these guys are really after the bathroom furniture right now. We need to get whatever we can instantaneously. No. They've got this information right now. They know what sizes and what size bath they can get in their toilet, they can get in their sink, they can get there. Take the time, get one that you want at the price that you want.
Definitely. Amazing. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit with our builder. I was actually really impressed with the software. I think it like really brought everything to life to just see it, and I was just like, oh. So we've never actually used this builder before. He is a new builder. Since we started, we've always used the same builder. So for 3 projects we used the same builder, and on this one we're stepping it up and changing, and I thought we'd just come and have a chat about why we're getting a new builder. So Cheryl, tell us. Oh yeah guys, I don't think I ever say that my mum's name is Cheryl. I don't know if people know her name. I just want to say.
So why are we working with a new builder? We love our old builder. We seriously love our old builder. So just to put that out there, we haven't fallen out with him yet. But we wanted to. So the way that we used to work is, I used to pretty much project manage the refurbs, and that involved. I mean, you know, the builder would project manage some of it and some trades, but I would project manage quite a lot of it, and sometimes have to get trades in as well. And we'll also have to like get materials and kind of coordinate that with the builder. So it just started to become very time consuming on those bigger projects. And you know, in terms of the kind of lifestyle that we want to create with the business and our objectives and why we're doing this, you know, we didn't come into this to kind of become builders or to become project managers of renovation projects, even though we like doing renovation projects. So we just wanted to outsource basically so that we could be a bit more hands off. And obviously as we grow and scale, you know, it's just not sustainable to go with you know, lots of individual trades that you've got to coordinate. It's a nightmare, really.
Definitely. So yeah, this is just all part of our outsourcing process. You know, we're still babies in this thing, guys.
It's part of our growth. It's part of our growth, really.
Yeah, definitely. But I do feel like, I don't know, just like the level that he's come in at, Wahid, I think it's just nice.
Well, the thing that I love the most about it, so when you're managing trades, anybody that's had to deal with trades directly, you know, the stuff like they turn up when to be fair, not generally the ones that we've worked with, but the last refurb that we did, because it was very last minute and we had to get a lot of different trades in that we haven't normally used. But yeah, trades not turning up on the day they say they're going to turn up, you know, and you don't know until like halfway through the day that they're not coming. Trades where you've got a trade that's kind of just like on best endeavours and goodwill, so they might turn up, they might not turn up. All that sort of stuff. When you're from a corporate background like I am, you find that very difficult to work with. And what I love about our new builder is his background, as well as kind of getting involved in development projects abroad, but his background is IT and corporate. So we speak the same language because he gets it, you know, and that's really, really nice, having somebody that just gets the standard that you're expecting in terms of things to be done when they say they're going to be done and the dates to be hit. And he came highly recommended, so that's part of it. You know, we didn't just randomly find him off Facebook. He came very highly recommended. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we learnt our lesson with finding people off Facebook to come and do work. Never again.
Yeah, no, so it's good. It's just all part of our growth journey. I feel like this year is like outsource vibe for me. Like I'm just trying to outsource as much as I can. You can do more important things, and say for example, like if at the minute you were having to run around, get materials and all that, it's like that takes away time from being able to go on viewings, etc.
It's so time consuming. It's so time consuming. I think what it do basically, as you're growing your business and you start to outsource some things and you start to learn about what you really enjoy, especially in terms of property, then it frees you up to have the time to focus on the things that you enjoy. So Leah, you know, like with you enjoying more of the creative and the kind of like the interiors and the furnishing stuff, it just leaves more time to do that. So yeah, it's important, I think, that you outsource and kind of systemize, because otherwise you just end up stuck in a rut and you can never grow. And you potentially end up disliking it because you're doing things that actually you never really signed up for. So I think it is important for that reason.
What are we going to outsource next?
What are we going to outsource next? Well, we've outsourced quite a few things even with this one. So we've outsourced all of the new services, so the gas, the water, the electricity, in terms of getting those, and that is a pain and a half, man. It's a pain and a half. Thank the Lord for VAs. So we've outsourced all of that, which is amazing, because that sucks up hours. That's the one thing about commercial conversions when you've got to get all of those new services. So we've outsourced that, which is great. What are we going to outsource next? I don't know. I feel like we'll never outsource deal sourcing.
No.
And that's not to say that we're not interested in the odd off-market deal that people sometimes put under our noses, but we would never give up the deal. So we quite like finding the deals.
How funny that I was literally thinking about that this morning, like about working with a sourcer, and like
A sorcerer.
saucer, I don't know. I was thinking about like, yeah, I'd only work with a sourcer if the. Am I even saying it right? I'm scared now.
No, it is. I'm being cheeky.
No, I was thinking like I wouldn't work with a sourcer like if they were just going to bring me like right move deals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd want something off plan.
Yeah.
Not off plan, off market. Off plan,
yeah.
You know. I'd want something off market that nobody knows about, something like secret. I don't want just something I could have Googled myself. What's the point?
Yeah.
So
I don't know what else we might outsource, because we've already kind of got a good little team that kind of look after the physically look after the properties. We've got an amazing VA.
I guess we won't know till we're there, probably.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and as we get bigger, and as we grow, there might be more things that we outsource. So, for example, the chances are that the next deal we do, we will probably still do the planning. But if we ever do anything more exciting or bigger, then we'd probably go back to using a planning consultant, but getting a really good one, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. And how are you feeling about the project that we viewed yesterday?
Excited but slightly nervous. The key, we've got to crunch the numbers because it's a beast, which I know I said that about the workshop, but this is even bigger. So this is a complete and utter beast, and we know that it's got like structural issues, which you're kind of asking for a world of pain, and there is potentially some risk in that as well. So excited, but we've got to crunch the numbers and see. I'm not going to get attached to it because we haven't even crunched the numbers to see whether it can work.
Do you know what? I don't feel too hopeful about it. I think when I saw that structural report, I was like...
And you know what? It's been on the market for nearly 2 years. There's a reason. There's a reason it's been on the market for nearly 2 years.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
So, guys, that is it for the first vlog of the year. First of many, hopefully. I do enjoy doing these vlogs, actually. I think I prefer these to like sit down.
They make me laugh when I watch them back. Like a comedy, finding a property.
Alright then, guys, so thank you so much for watching this vlog. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. That would really help me out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.